the first card, the Eight of Wands. So this is, a lot of messages sent and received and a lot of communication coming through. I see three people showing up in your love reading. Okay. So this energy, it's like information overload, people bombarding you with a lot of emails, a lot of text messages, a lot of invitations, as well as a lot of things that you need to take care of. So I see you, it's like you're answering an email and then a text message comes in and then you're responding to the text message or at least reading it. And then a phone call comes in. So it's like a lot of communication. Okay. Which I feel you're handling well. Some of it is like unwanted attention too, because look at her. She's kind of pushing back the communication. So I see many of you initiating communication with somebody that you really like. And then some of you getting a lot of unwanted attention, where you're going to have to keep people at bay, where you're going to have to just not respond. So I would say narrow down your energy and focus on the people that you like. Last week, somebody sees you as flirtatious and a heartbreaker. So I feel like just to set the record straight, try to focus your energy on people that mean something to you rather than scattering your energy left and right. Okay? Because in Libra season, we feel in our element. So we feel like, oh, we can socialize, we can flirt, we can be a little bit more daring and risque with our communication. But I feel like that might not bode well for you. If you have somebody specifically in mind, you want to concentrate your attention towards them because they're going to be communicating with you and they're going to be less confused and more communicative about their emotional needs, their feelings, as well as how they feel about you. Your partner, you have three people, at least like three energies that I'm feeling in this spread. I want to talk about the person that is front and center because this is somebody that's going to be heavily communicating with you. Front and center basically means they're the focus of your love reading. We have here the Queen of Cups. Okay, so this is Queen of Hearts, Queen of Cups. This is a water sign, male or female, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. And this is somebody that's like really, really, really into you. So you might already be in a relationship with this person. They're definitely making their feelings known. And they're kind of this receptive energy where they're kind of, I already know how, you already know how I feel about you. The ball's in your court. So now you need to initiate. If you feel the same way about me, then initiate. So I feel like they're waiting on you. And there's going to be a lot of communication coming from this person. Their feelings for you is crystal clear. It's clear as day. And, they come with a lot of emotions. They come with a very soft energy. And I feel like with this person, they want to build something with you. They want to create a future together. They're trying to, give you everything that you want. I also feel like in marriage and engagement and, taking things to the next level, moving in together, dating each other exclusively, because, their feelings are concentrated. They do want to be with you. If you're not feeling the same way, don't send them mixed messages. Okay, if you're not feeling the same way, leave them alone. Don't send them mixed messages because this is someone who's very deeply sensitive. It's hard for them to move on from heartbreak. And it's almost like they've got all their eggs in one basket. And so if you're leading them on, they don't really have plan B. Like they don't really have a plan B and their hearts are not divided. And it's also really difficult for them. You're not an emotional type of a sign. So it's easy for you to detach, but for this person, they can't detach easily because they're so emotionally invested in you. And so if you're not feeling the same way, by all means, don't lead them on, okay? So this is already somebody that you're aware of that has really strong emotions, really strong feelings for you, and they're very, very committed to you. The other person that you're dealing with, and I feel like this is somebody on the periphery, you might not be dating them just yet. And it's the same card that we got last week, which is really strange to me. We have here the Sun. And I believe it's the very same card as last week. Anyway, so I pulled out a clarifier card just to, make the reading a little bit more, just to clarify the situation, but because I want to see who this person is. And we have here the Sun, once again, the same interpretation as last week. But I feel like this is somebody with children. Okay, they might have 2 children that they're devoting a lot of time, a lot of energy into. And so while there is a lot of communication between you and this person, their world, their focus is very much on these 2 things that really need their time, their attention, and their nourishment. So they might have children, 2 children in the picture. This is somebody that is really fun. I see a childlike, playful energy with them. And I also feel as well in the major arcana cards, this is someone that really like, you really gravitate towards them and they really gravitate towards you. The energy is not heavy. So it's like if you have issues, you talk about things are out in the open. Whereas with water signs, usually things are a little bit confusing and things are heavy and it can feel like an emotional drain. Okay, so while water signs are really great teachers for Aquarius, the connection can be really, really, really heavy, and they take forever to do things, to initiate things, to get things started in their own lives. They're a little bit more passive, right? Whereas this person is really capturing your imagination just because of the sheer drive, their ambition, their goals, their aspirations in life, their fears. Like I feel like, you know, they're very honest. Everything is out in the open. They don't really hold back emotions. Whatever you see, like whatever they feel, it shows up in their face. So it's somebody who could be very emotionally expressive, not so much verbally, but more so in their demeanor, their attitude, their body language. So it's somebody that exudes really, really strong energy. And because of that, you're naturally drawn to them because everything's out in the open. You don't have to second guess. And Aquarius don't really like mind games. They don't really like heavy emotional experiences. So I feel like this person would be more suitable for you. So I pulled out another card just to clarify the sun. And I was asking, you know, who is this person? We have the hermit. And the hermit is somebody who's very independent, who's a little bit, I don't want to say loner, but they're very independent, that they like their own company. They have a lot of thoughts running through their head, so they don't like to be inundated with a lot of, they don't want to be inundated with a lot of people. They're not like a social butterfly. They're a little bit more of a recluse. And I also feel as well, with this card, it's someone who's very spiritual, very wise, possibly could be a lot older than you. And I also feel like, you know, they're trying to find their path in life, or they are already committing to one path in life. And they're devoting, once they commit to a path, they're devoting all of their energy, all of their love, all of their resources into this one path. And they have to walk out their destiny along this path. So they're following a specific path already. And so whether or not you're on this path, I feel like they're going to communicate that with you. Okay. And they're going to communicate as well what they are looking for in a relationship, because the hermit is always seeking opportunity, seeking enlightenment, seeking to figure out, you know, who they are. So I feel like this is a person that's still kind of going out there. And with both of these cards combined, both major arcanas with the same like theme, well, opposite themes, but I feel like it's somebody, you're dealing with someone who's very visible, but deep down, they're a little bit of a recluse. So they're very, very visible on the surface, but deep down, they need a lot of downtime. So if you're communicating heavily with them, I feel almost like they're reading between the lines. They're reading what the communication that's coming through from you. They're dissecting and analyzing the heck out of it. And I also feel like there's an air of mystery about you, and they have a lot of questions that they want to ask you. They're possibly digging into your past. They're digging into your social media. They're trying to figure out who you are, and they're trying to figure out, you know, how you feel about them. Okay? And so you're dealing with someone that's possibly older. They possibly have children. They're devoting their energy elsewhere. They're very visible to the public eye. And there's, once again, that teacher vibe about this person. the third person that you're dealing with, for those who are single, I feel like, you know, the water sign definitely has you. We have here an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is the way that they see you. The Ace of Pentacles. Someone who's actually quite reliable. And this is not something that, you know, a lot of people get about Aquarius. When Aquarius people love something, they're very committed, very truthful, very faithful, and very dependable. If you make plans with an Aquarius and they're like, oh, we'll talk another time, you might not get that talk another time with them. However, if they tell you, hey, I'll meet you Saturday at 1 p.m., just come on Saturday at 1 p.m., wherever that location is, and they'll be there. You don't have to follow up with them. Hey, are we still on for Saturday at 1 p.m.? So I feel like, you know, this is something that if you have a concrete plan, a specific date and time, the Aquarius person will be there. So time and time again, when you're dealing with this earth sign, you're very dependable. They see you as somebody that has a lot of fortune, has a lot of prosperity, has a lot of propensity to be a really good relationship partner to them. So they see more of that Saturnian energy, your ancient ruler. They see that side of you that not a lot of people see. Other people might see you as, you know, flighty, flirtatious, has a lot of options, but I feel like this earth sign sees the more dependable side of you. Or at least when you're with them, you feel very stable. You feel like they bring out and they trigger more of that nesting instinct with you, and they want to build something with you. They want to make an offer. And they also might feel like, I don't know, the Aquarius person is single, okay? And it's linked up here with the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles compared to the Ace of Pentacles, somebody feels like they're not good enough for you. I don't feel like it's the other way around, because this is the Suit of Pentacles. So if you're dealing with an earth sign, they might not see that they're good enough for you. They might not see that they have enough to offer. They might feel like you're more prosperous for them. They might feel like you make all the money and they're not making enough to support your lavish lifestyle. Not that you spend lavishly, but I feel like they see it that way. And they're also seeing that you have a lot of suitors. So why would you be paying attention to them? So this is a person that really likes you. They also look at your life with envy and admiration. And I feel like they feel kind of like low self-esteem, and they might not feel like they have enough to offer you. But this is also a suitor that's on the offing. Earth signs are very practical, so they will only move ahead if there is a sure sign from your end that you're interested. So you kind of need to make your intentions known if you want this person, okay? What I feel across the 5 cards is I feel like a gender role reversal. And I bring that up because there's a seahorse. There's a seahorse right there, okay? And you know, seahorses, the male bears the eggs. It's kind of weird watching them, give birth. It just looks funny. You can Google it, you can YouTube it, watch a male seahorse give birth. But anyways, I saw it like a few weeks ago. And then I'm drawn to this seahorse. So I feel like there is a gender role reversal, or discussions about gender role reversals, or like gender role issues, expectations of what men are supposed to do, what women are supposed to do. I see as well a lot of same-sex couples or people dating the same sex coming up in this spread. And then I also feel like if you're in a heterosexual relationship as well, there are gender role reversals, like Aquarius, you guys are a masculine sign. And for Aquarius women, it can be a little bit difficult to tone down the masculinity to the point where you can become receptive, and to the point where you don't chase after the partner, but let them chase you. And then for Aquarius males as well, gender role reversal I feel like needing to be a little bit, well, male or female, needing to be more receptive, needing to be more emotional, and needing to be more emotionally available to the people around you, okay? So I see that element coming through. And I also feel a lot of discussions for those who are in committed relationships, you know, like You might be the more feminine energy, and you're going out into the world making a lot of money, having a lot of success, and you might want your partner to stay at home and take care of the kids, and you know, there are plans and discussions about that. And I also feel as well, no matter who you're dealing with, even if on the surface they're very, very masculine and they're very like carefree, they still have that emotional wound. So be softer with your communication. What you see on the surface is not what you get. Sort of like this person that you like. On the surface, they're like this. They're like all fun and happy and very carefree. Deep down, they're a loner. Deep down, they like their own company. Deep down, they need a lot of solitude. And deep down, they have some reservations about you. Okay, so they put on this really happy face when they're around you, and I feel like they're really attracted to you, and you're very drawn to each other. It's like being drawn into somebody's orbit. But then behind the scenes, they're like this. They're trying to figure you out. They're trying to, they have a lot of worries too. This is a Virgo card. Someone who's a worrywart, someone who anticipates, like, you know, treacherous things around the corner where there is none. So what you see is not really what you get. So being a lot more receptive, letting people talk and letting them kind of show you more of that, of what they're thinking. So communication needs to be a little bit softer, be more delicate, be a lot less aggressive. Don't tease too much, because I feel like there might be some issues here about, you know, how you like to kind of playfully poke at other people, but things might get overboard, like get out of control, and then you might inadvertently hurt somebody's feelings, especially if it's somebody that you like, because you tend to do that. So just be careful about that, okay? Be careful with the communication. On the work front, we have a lot of responsibilities. This is like bearing the burden, okay? The Ten of Wands indicates always there's going to be a lot of work. There's going to be a lot of responsibilities that you need to take care of. So make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's. If you're turning in important files, important documents, make sure you give it a glance over. Spend the time to do it right the first time, rather than having to redo it and having to deal with, you know, the feedback from higher ups, you know, oh, you made a mistake here, you did this, you should have done that. So make sure that you do it the first time so that it reflects well on your track record, okay? I see you dropping things, forgetting things. Be careful about, you know, like getting clothes out of the dryer and then, you know, dropping your favorite shirt along the way and never being able to find it again. Doing dishes and then dropping things. So on the mundane level, it could be, you know, everyday, like Butterfingers, dropping things, breaking things. So be careful about this energy. When you are very busy, you're quite happy, but at the same time, you're quite forgetful. So learning to multitask, learning to do things systematically, and just, you know, do things the right way the first time so that you don't have to waste more time redoing them, okay? I feel as well that for some of you, there's a lot to be said here about things. It's like a really good week where everything culminates. So lots of communication, lots of work, as well as new opportunities for training. And if you've been doing things the hard way, I feel like there's a better system in place that's really going to help you. We have here the Page of Coins, and I usually see this as somebody who's like an efficiency expert. They gravitate, or they look for new ways to enhance the work that they do, or look for new ways to to streamline work processes, or to look for new ways to increase their efficiency and their productivity. So you're going to find a better system. So if you feel like something is very cumbersome, very problematic, you're going to sail away from it. And you're like, that's not really working. I'm not going to be doing that. And I don't enjoy it. So I'm going to find a way to simplify the system, or I'm going to find a way to create checklists in order to make things a lot better. So I feel like starting out like the beginning of the week, things might be very, very hectic. And then the energy will start to dissipate towards the end of the week. And then I feel like there will be, you know, opportunities for socializing, opportunities for you to connect with friends, to connect with people you care about, to connect with coworkers, and finding a workable solution. Okay. The advice for you in terms of, other areas of your life for this week is to learn to do things in moderation. We have the Temperance card coming out as the major arcana card. And this is like balancing out your emotions and not letting things affect you. So if you're frustrated, if you're like really stressed out because of deadlines, because of shifting priorities, because of so many things that are kind of thrown at your desk or piling up on your desk, learn to have a better system so you can balance things out. The Temperance card as well with the Queen of Cups, I feel like you have been waiting for something, a training to take place, a new job, a new venture, a new travel plan, whatever it is you've been waiting on. I feel like you're going to be getting an offer, okay? And I feel like you're going to be very, very elated and very happy towards the end of this week. So we're wrapping up September, moving away from Virgo season, where I mentioned before, people are more critical, moving into Libra energy, which is a lot more, it's creating a trine to the air sign. So this is for Geminis and also for you, Aquarius, as an air sign. So I feel like things are going to start to move along the way that you want. Things are not going to be stalled anymore. And as a result of this, movement, things that you've been waiting on, they're going to come around and, work things that you can kind of close off, and just a very, very satisfying end to the month of September.